Salutations. Welcome back to I Speak and Not Preach with Joe on this beautiful day. And let's get right to it. Today's good word is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 33. And it says, "The lot is cast into the lap, but every decision is from the Lord." Meaning that it may be placed into the world, but it is not without God's agreeance, without God's permittance, without God's acceptance, which means that the decision ultimately is still God's. Even when we believe that we have done it, God has allowed us to do it. And it doesn't always mean that the things that we're allowed to do are good. It just means that sometimes we've opened the door for lessons, and we hope that we learn from whatever is done, whether it's, again, good or bad, so that you don't continue to make bad decisions, and even more, if it was a good scenario, that you make more of those. So everything that is casted into this world or is allowed is by permittance and allowance. Because without God's acceptance of it, it does not come to be. It will not come to be. Take this from me, as I can testify that many have attempted to harm me, subjugate me, subdue me, even see me perish. But what God has for me, no man can put asunder. So none of these things have come to be. They have just simply passed over, passed by, or passed under, but they have not ultimately found any type of true demise. But it has been grand lessons that I have learned through these hardships, obstacles, and struggles. So just know that if God does not allow it to be, it will not come to be, no matter what you do. No matter what you believe, and no matter what you think. For what God says stands above all. This is why they say that God mocks men's plans. For God, as we should ask God to establish our footing and our hands, so then we know that it is truly with God's acceptance and permittance that we are doing what we are able to do with God's allowance, right? And that we have God's permission. And God is in agreement of what we do. But when we do things and God is in not full agreement of it, it doesn't come to be. It will not come to pass, which means that it will not come to fruition. So, glory be to God, because without God, there is no glory. I hope that we all seek forgiveness, redemption, and salvation. For God knows that we are all sinners. We all fall short every single day of our best selves. And simply, God wants to see us at our best. You know why? For we're made in the image. And to show your greatness is to show God's glory. So, I hope we all get better, essentially, day by day. And if we don't, that we seek to know why we don't want to. Because there's usually something going on there. Otherwise, I hope for God's sake that we get better, because we are collectively part of one body, one mass. And the better we all do, the better it is ultimately for our souls. I thank you for allowing me to share with you on this beautiful day. Remember, you can plan, but ultimately God's plan stands above all. And again, appreciate the day, appreciate the moment, and even more, appreciate the chance to live. For we don't know how many more of those we get. I speak and not preach. Goodbye, good riddance, says the good Lord. Please enjoy your day. Like, share, and subscribe. And goodbye, good riddance, again, says the good Lord. Enjoy.